Welcome to another spine chilling tale on Eerie mythos. Tonight, we take you deep into the heart of Rajasthan, where ancient traditions and dark secrets still lurk in the shadows. But before we dive into this terrifying story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more tales that will send shivers down your spine. Now turn off the lights, put on your headphones, and prepare yourself for a story that will haunt your dreams. I've never shared this story with anyone, but it's time you hear it. It happened to a friend of mine, someone I trust completely. Let's call her Riya. She's lived in a small, remote village in Rajasthan her whole life, a place where the air is thick with the weight of history and the old tales never die. But one fateful night, something happened that would change her forever. It was the night of Amavasya, the new moon when the darkness feels almost alive, as if it's hiding something malevolent. Riya had just finished her evening prayers when she heard a faint knock at her door. It was strange. The hour was late, and in her village no one would visit at such a time, but still she felt compelled to open the door. Standing there was an old woman, hunched over, her face etched with the lines of countless years. Her clothes were tattered, and her eyes were unnerving, almost otherworldly. She asked for water in a voice that was barely a whisper, more like a breeze brushing through the leaves. As Raya poured water into a brass glass, something strange happened. The old woman's shadow began to stretch, long, dark, and unnatural. It crept up the walls as if it had a life of its own. When Raya handed her the glass, the woman didn't drink. Instead, she stared into it, murmuring words in a language that felt ancient, almost forgotten. Then, without warning, the old woman spilled the water onto the ground, but instead of soaking into the earth, the water vanished, disappeared as if it had never been there. The woman's smile twisted into something cruel, something evil. "You've been marked," she whispered, her voice cold and final, "and now it will come for you." Before Raya could ask what she meant, the woman was gone, vanished into the night, leaving only a chill in the air. Riya tried to shake off the fear, but that night she couldn't sleep. Every time she closed her eyes, she heard it, the scratching at her window, faint but persistent, like something was trying to get in. When she finally gathered the courage to look, there was nothing outside but the endless darkness. But deep down, she knew something was there, watching, waiting. In the days that followed, the strange occurrences grew worse. Footsteps echoed in her home when no one was there. Shadows moved on their own, twisting and turning in ways that defied logic. She began finding symbols drawn in ash on her doorstep, symbols she didn't recognize, symbols that made her blood run cold. Desperate, she called for the village priest, but even he was powerless. He warned her that once marked by the Chhaya Aatma, or shadow spirit, there was no escape. It would torment her, haunt her, until it finally claimed her soul. Riya became a shadow of her former self, consumed by fear, and then, one night, she simply vanished. Her family searched everywhere, but she was never found. All that remained was a single dark handprint on the wall of her bedroom, a handprint too large, too twisted to be human. The villagers believed that the Chaya Atma took her, dragged her into the shadows where it dwells. They warn everyone now, never open your door on Amavasya night, no matter who knocks, because once you let it in, it will never leave. Even now, I think of Riya, especially on those dark, moonless nights, and I wonder, did she ever truly escape? Or is she still out there, wandering in the shadows, waiting to drag someone else into the darkness? Thank you for joining me on this eerie journey. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more terrifying tales. And remember, the shadows might be closer than you think. Until next time, stay safe and keep the lights on. Good night, and beware of the darkness.